In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the taillight on this Toyota 4Runner. Let's get started. Inside the trunk, you'll see that behind each taillight, you have a panel that looks like this. With a little screwdriver, you're going to pop 2 clips from the front of it and remove the panel. This gives you access to the connectors and the mounting hardware. If you look right through this opening, you'll see the main electrical connector right here. Press on the tab, unplug it, set that aside. And then you have 2 10mm mounting nuts on long studs, so you'll need a deep socket to remove both of those. Once they're broken free, they're easy to spin. Of course, try not to drop them down in the opening. There's one. And the second one. The only other thing holding this on is 2 little tiny pins about here and about here, obviously on the other side of the taillight. So what you'll have to do, pull on it, put some pressure on it from over here, and then tap it from the side of it. That should pop it out. There it is. At this point, we have to transfer over this harness from the old taillight to the new taillight. So we're going to have to peel the insulation off. You don't necessarily have to pull it off completely, but at least get it out of your way. So you can then take all these bulbs, twist them counterclockwise, about a quarter turn, and pop them out. And there's a connector right down here. This one's going to be quite difficult to reach just because it's all the way down. Sometimes a pocket screwdriver will come in handy, so you can press the locking tab and disconnect it. There's this right here, which you can just pry up and unhook it. And then this one, once again, twist it and remove it. Now peel this insulation off of the new taillight and just lay the harness down like it was before. It's going to kind of keep its shape. And then lock the bulbs in. This is a great time to replace them too, if you think you need new bulbs. And make sure that this is secured where it was before. Put this back down. It's important that this is perfectly flat on here and actually is lined up, because this is what seals the taillight up against the body of the vehicle. So you definitely want it to stay on here. This is all set, so let's put this on the vehicle. On the back side, we of course have the 2 long studs that we have the mounting nuts for, but then there's also these 2 pins. This is what was holding the taillight in that we had to push on with our hand to pop them out. Then there's also this little fork looking tab right here, which slides over a push clip on the side of the quarter panel. So you want to make sure all of this lines up before you press it in. I also took a paper towel and cleaned everything off here so that all around these openings it can seal up properly. If there's debris in the way, it won't, and you could get water inside the vehicle. You want to avoid that. So let's get the taillight on. Once you have it lined up and into position but not clipped in yet, tap it and that should do the trick. Take your 2 mounting nuts, slide them over the studs. This is why it's helpful to have these very long studs, because they'll kind of guide the mounting nut in place, and just turn them by hand until they bottom out. Of course, we're going to tighten them after with a socket, but you want to make sure that they're seated and everything is in position. Okay, that just bottomed out. It's starting to get snug. Give it a little extra, and that's it. You want to make sure that these are tight, but don't over tighten them. They're very small. All you need to do is squish that gasket so that everything seals up. You don't want to break anything. Okay, that's bottomed out, snug, a little bit extra, done. Let's connect the electrical connector. That powers up all the bulbs. At this point, you can test your taillight and make sure everything is good to go. And then, of course, put the little cover back on. And that's replaced.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.